Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sorry about that. I didn't know I had a stream this morning. I was having breakfast. Coffee and brains. This is my cure. This is my cure for not being able to, yeah, it's not working. Supposed to be my cure for being able to talk. Just rub the brain. Like so. Hopefully it works. I don't know. It was actually late. Got off Amazon. Oh, I was supposed to eat that last week, but what are you gonna do? All right. What do we got for today? I get up at 5 a.m. and I'm still late. Weird. Probably going to be hearing a lot of that. Keep it under my desk. Got some good things and some bad things. Not a whole lot coming up on the hook. The hook is dry. I want to take a quick look. Sure, there's something. Stay at 5th. Now, Hokum. If anybody's seen that, it's right here. And we're still waiting on Directive 8020. Hokum is about 50-50 from the reviews I've been reading and watching. I don't know. I'll get to see it soon. But everything that's coming out this year, I'll be watching in December. Catching up on everything. Go back. Summer horror movies. Oh, we had Exit 8, Backrooms. The movie on Shudder called Whistle. So we gotta check out Shelby Oaks. See how that is. Yeah, pretty dry right now for May. I guess if you want to follow something else that's pretty horrific, that's May 4th. If you know what I mean. There's two horror news. Deadly news bits. I think it's mostly going to be news today. I have not watched any horror movies or read any books over the last week. Mostly just been playing Metro. Which is really good. Good series. Good series. Brain feels really good. Double the brain power. Is this like an accurate size, or is it? Because your brain is supposed to be as big as your two hands put together. Pretty close. Okay, some salsa and hot sauce. So I might have some last week's bits in here, but we'll just comb over those. This one. New survival horror game is Red Dead meets Resident Evil. Now they're right here. Looks like a style of Fortnite. The Red Dead Redemption parallel is primarily tonal and historical. Here, Tale of Hauntings is set in 1897. I think I have that on my wish list. Let me check. I missed out on the Steam controller yesterday. I was right there. I had it in my. Oh, there it is. Montana, 1897. Yeah, I had the Steam controller in my cart. Went to go pay for it. One thing led to another and disappeared. I don't know what to say. I don't. Whatever. Whatever. So, Resident Evil in the West. There's very few cartoony horror games I'll play. I'm currently playing and not streaming through the name of this game is Call of Sea, and it has another one coming out, which is called Geez, so many to be announced games. It's crazy. Call of the Elder Gods is May 12th. I could stream that one. I think it'd be fun to stream. Puzzles are good. And I'll show you what it looks like. This one. And this one. Call the other Elder Gods. Puzzle story rich. Lovecraftian adventure. First person. Just gonna call it Fortnite graphics. I think the technical term is called cell shading. So they're cartoony cell shaded games. I like these games for the puzzles mostly. But yeah, I could stream those. How is it related to Red Dead and Resident Evil? Here, tell of Hauntings, creepy mansion setting, gameplay loop. However, the title also evokes some other iconic games, including Red Dead Redemption. So, survival horror in a ghost town in the West. Sure. There is a trailer. I will put in a link below for you guys. Right. I guess that's all we got for now. Oh, some light RPG elements. Evil West and Damnation to Hunt showdown. I missed Evil West. I want to play that one. June. Vivica A. Fox stars in Night of the Living Dead, brand new upcoming remake of George A. Romero's classic zombie masterpiece. Dumb, bloody, disgusting. So the Night of the Living Dead remake 2026. Trailer for the pointless remake of the zombie classic Night of the Living Dead. by Geek Tyrant. Got a real trailer. Not sure how long this is going to last. There you can see the stuff inside. This is rated for 3 years and up. So there's no age max. Unlike Lego. Cast includes Brittany Underwood, Robert Carradine, Miko Hughes, Zach Ward, Rob Van Dam, and Adam Huss. Christopher Ray, known for Megaconda, Two-Headed Shark Attack, and Attack of the Meth Gator. I see. So it's going to be a pretty crappy movie, which I'm fine with. I like the crappy horror movies. This might actually be working. How much stress. Just gonna, the pressure points at your brain. There's a trailer. So I'll put that the link below, along with Here Haunted Tales, Here Tale of Hauntings. Anything else? Pretty basic stuff, like how much could a remake really offer from low budget horror? I'm still gonna watch it. I will be there. We got the Final Destination 7 for May 12th, 2028. I had to make sure they didn't say discussing fish. Or disgusting fish or whatever. Gotta be careful with this account. I forgot to check something real quick. I'm gonna pull this one up. Steam controller everywhere. That made me really mad. Surprised they didn't do what they did with the Steam Deck. Set up a line, queue line. Oh, not sure why they would doubt it, but anyway. Final Destination 7. Sorry for the distractions. Final Destination 7's release date set after Part 6's blockbuster success. It'll be Bloodlines, which I did like a lot. Director, Final Destination Bloodlines. The directors of Final Destination. Oh my god. Directors of Final Destination Bloodlines may have their next sci-fi epic. What would that be? How is the Venom movie related to Final Destination? Sci-fi epic of nothing. There's your date for the next Final Destination movie. I'll be there. Probably not till the December of, as per usual. But we covered The Last of Us Part 3 last week. Developers of Hellraiser Revival explain the central mystery of the upcoming game as what the Cenobites are doing and why. Pinhead has a specific goal that he's trying to attain. We looked at those original movies and asked, what would Pinhead actually want? I don't think hardcore Hellraiser fans are stupid. You know, they catch up on the lore, the fan fiction, we got movie, comics, books, and soon to be a video game. So it's going to be weird touching on things that have already happened and claiming they're new. Uh, I'm going into this game as, regardless of how mundane or recycled the content is, it's the first Hellraiser video game. So what's in the game, I just wanted to be Hellraiser-ish. You know, like how the Who Hellraiser movie was Hellraiser-ish. I liked watching it. Connecting it to the rest of the series is debatable. You know, it brings up discussion. But I want the experience I had with the old movies from 30 to 40 years ago. That's what I'm thinking right now. After I play the game, I hope it's just deciding my interest in being a fan of it. I think the low point, the fans have their low points for the series, whether it be a different actor that played a Pinhead or the 90s uh, camera or CD heads, Cenobites. One had a camera for a head on his head, and the other had CDs, like Jack Adam, and just stuck in his head. I wanted to be dark, gory, and unsettling, which would be the main point. Give me that, and we should all be happy. What could really ruin this game? Um, Bad Teletubbies. I don't know. Leviathan's Teletubbies. I don't know. I think as long as they add the attention, the gore, the cool set pieces, the cool costumes, we'll be good. The rest is fodder. Fuel for discussion. And here's why Ash is on the cover, the thumbnail for this week's Unbottled. Evil Dead Burn director Sebastian. Out of respect for this person, I'm not going to butcher the last name. Sebastian told Variety there's 10 full minutes in the movie where it's complete darkness, and all you hear is the chaos going on. Audiences have to imagine what's happening, and that's terrifying. And I mentioned before, that's pretty terrifying when they do it in audiobooks. You know, you lay in bed, it's pitch black, listen to an audiobook, and it's pretty scary. If you're listening to a horror book, probably won't be too scary with other books, other genres. 10 minutes is a long time. I think it's going to go horrible. You're giving the audience 10 minutes to decide if they want to walk out of the movie, turn the movie off. It's disconnecting, the opposite of engagement. Uh, Not scary if you're afraid of the dark. Definitely not going to work. Either take the 10 minutes out or add something in the dark that we can be scared of. Or don't make it dark. Give somebody a lighter. Something. My opinion is do not do this. And my advice. If you're making a movie with moving pictures, make a movie with moving pictures, not moving black screen. You know, the old screensavers where you had something bouncing around. Do that for 10 minutes. Have a deadite's face bouncing around the screen for 10 minutes. Don't have nothing. It's probably great for blind people, horrible for deaf people. Uh, but yeah, 100% poor choice. I don't see any good coming from this. Brain cramp. My brain's getting warm. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh. Mr. XL gonna give it to you. This is the meme that's going around town. This is a mighty, mighty shiitake show. You know what I mean? I like the monster. Usually the overly obese monsters are fun to fight against in Resident Evil. They're a lot of fun in Resident Evil 9. I like the Whopper from Resident Evil 6. The Merchant from Resident Evil 8. Uh, Technically, he's a good guy. Oh, boy, 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 boy. I have to say anything about this, I would say make your own movie title for this movie. Don't call it Resident Evil. If it doesn't bother you, call it Resident Evil. If it bothers you, call it Necro Trip or something. Make up a name. Because the only thing a viewer has is social media to fight back against the things they don't like. Usually, when making art, the creators will go forward whether they agree with you or not. So all the past Resident Evil projects have been completed, for better or mostly for worse. None of them are what's the word I would use? They do have a certain entertainment factor, but it's not the entertainment factor of the common Resident Evil fan. It's an uncommon entertainment factor. That makes sense. Yay on me. I do not find the first Alice Resident Evil movie is the closest, but it's so off par. It doesn't resonate with any fans of the video game franchise. Those mostly for moviegoers. Uh, if you love the games, avoid this movie. If you love movies, avoid the games. If you're nonchalant, neutral, and you can find a way to enjoy anything, props to you. I would watch this movie because I liked the monsters. I like the presentation of the monsters. The BOWs. I would not use the word zombie for Resident Evil because the type of zombie in Resident Evil is a BOW first, not a zombie in any sense of traditional zombies, being the African voodoo zombies. Those are where I classify classic zombies. The BOW zombie is a iteration, different spin, different take. You can have them look different. You can have them evolve, be fast, be slow, have huge claws, huge teeth. They are malleable. You can change. Which is what BOWs are. I think that's the part that Zach Krager gets right. Is that the monsters, they have no specific form when it comes to BOWs. They could be anything. It's a mystery box of evil. You don't know where you're gonna, when you put your hand in the box, you don't know where you're gonna pull out. It could be anything your imagination wants to see, according to, the makeup to the viruses. I think some of the viruses are specific to certain cells. Because when you the T virus, tyrant virus, the main goal was to make weapons of war, things that would be hard to kill, but you could kill them. But the main idea was you'd be caught in fear, in a daze, you'd be locked by shock, and then the monsters would just take care of you, which was the whole idea, really. So if you had the willpower of current day Leon, who's not phased by any of the current BOWs, you had a good head on your shoulders, a good arsenal of weapons, I think you're good. You can beat anything, especially Mr. XL here. Oh, sure. I think everyone's opinions that are currently being voiced about this project are valid. Everyone has every right to be upset because this is out of form for what fans like their Resident Evil to be. You know, watching the fanfare from back to Summer Games Fest 2025 to now, it was a lot. It was rough. I do fear for Code Veronica, but if it's anything like Resident Evil 9, then I'll be good with it. That will be a discussion for later when we get more news about Code Veronica. I will be watching this and I'll be adding the trailer down below if you're interested in watching it again. Not gonna lie, the fanfare is entertaining. Keep on the good fight. A few more news articles here, and then I'll run through the fear scale. I didn't come up with any topics for the future of horror. We'll skip that for today. Follow mode from Ben Leonberg. Teens knock down a drone in the sky. They discover it contains movies of home movies of killers' crimes. Now they must race to expose the killer before becoming victims. See if there's anything else on this. Good Boy Director's new movie will be shot entirely on drones. Oh, that's cool. This is an interesting take with modern technology. Good Boy was alright. More of a miss for me than a knockout. So it was a nice change of pace. Follow mode is heavily anxiety driven. I want the viewers to be anxious, suspicious, wondering what's going to happen next. So, like a thriller. Low key horror. I think it will do good. I think this has the largest fan base in horror. It would be a slasher. Good Boy was a supernatural. But yeah, I think it'll do just fine. Horror YouTuber Dylan Clark is set to direct the Blair Witch Project remake. Fine. I don't think it needs a remake. That's my first thought. I think it just make more found footage films. Make another witch found footage film. Put Blair Witch with VVH together. Maybe some elements of the craft. Uh, nah, don't remake it. Leave it alone. People love it the way it is. The people that don't like it will ignore it. The people who don't like the first one will ignore this one. I have seen comments based on that. Well, if it's anything like the original, then it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. At the end, you see a cutout of some weird thing in a basement somewhere. I thought it was okay. I would put it below mid on the fear scale. It's pretty creepy goosebump film. I think it was well acted. That's it. If I get around to watching it, sure I'll watch it. I guess I had a lot more to say about the Resident Evil movie than Evil Dead Burn. But speaking of Evil Dead, we have 6 Evil Dead projects for the fear scale. Starting with numero uno. Evil Dead. So Evil Dead 1 and 2 are relatively the same, but different. We got supernatural, not so much religious. Let's do supernatural. Hmm. Point of horror. Let's start at mid. I would argue the Evil Dead franchise is more unsettling and scary because you got Ash and most of the characters playing as superheroes. They're warriors, so you feel safe with them. But if you didn't have Ash and his friends around, you'd probably be pretty screwed. For me, go here, a little above mid. This might be for most of the Evil Dead projects. I think Evil Dead 2 might be a little higher. It has a lot more going on. Yeah, that feels good. Evil Dead 2. My memory is a little fuzzy because I don't watch these movies that often. I probably watched all of them 2 or 3 times, except for Ash versus Evil Dead. I think there's a few video games I haven't played. This one is probably the goofiest of the bunch. Probably like that. It is super fun to watch, though. A lot of fun. From the director of Darkman. I've not seen Darkman. This is the one where he goes to medieval age. Get the zombies and the ghouls and the witches. They have a flying demon. A lot of skeletons. It looks like you have the mini ashes again. Yeah. The more recent Evil Dead movies are pretty Freaky. Probably a little bit above Evil Dead 2. If Evil Dead 2 was a little bit more serious, it'd probably be pretty scary. Evil Dead does capture the fear that the first two movies do not really have. More imagination based. You gotta feel scared. You gotta want to be scared. I'm gonna actually put the second one. Well, this TV show. Not as goofy as Army of Darkness. It's put more action comedy ish and funny. Totally not serious, and I love it for that. Definitely watch the show. Good stuff. I wish it had another season. I don't know the characters' names except for Ash, but the dude behind Ash. If they had him for another season, and the ladies, I think it'd be fine. Maybe have a short cameo of Bruce Campbell, if he can do it. But yeah, I'd be perfectly fine with another season with just the three of them. One more season. I think you got it. You can do it. Evil Dead Rise. It's up there. Freaky as hell. Good stuff. I remember the ending the most, and some bits in the apartment. The monster at the end was cool. All right. That is it for Unbottled this week. I think I have figured out how to get timestamps done right now. Give me an hour or so to get those up. If you like them, great. If you don't, they're still going to be there. I like timestamps, so I will add them. Come on, brain. Keep my voice going. No stress is good stress. How's that sound? Can you hear it? All right, everybody, get out of here. Go have a good day. Stay spooky.